What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Rivalries happen in every sport, in every era. In the 80s, you had the Celtics versus the Lakers. In the 90s in football, the 49ers versus the Cowboys. And I mean, on YouTube, it's kind of the same thing. Now, it's a little different because Black YouTube has their own little cliques in camps and things like that. And in the Black manosphere community, or in the Black male content creation sector, you have guys like the SYSBM guys. You have the dating coach guys. You have some of your Black manosphere 2.0 guys like me, Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, BGS Ibmore, guys like that. But a new group that I would say is pretty affluent in the community that holds, I would say, a lot of weight and a lot of respect is what we consider passport bros. Now, guys don't understand that the passport bros are a big part of the Black manosphere. The Black manosphere was kind of geared on the work of like Al Grease, Charles Tyler. Those were guys we respected, right? We had relationships with these guys, and they were telling Black men the same things that we were seeing, except for they had more of a foreign experience. Live overseas, date overseas, and things like that, right? But now, once those guys were kind of there, you started seeing guys coming in, like I would say, like Alan Roger Curry got brought in by Obsidian. Steve the Dean Network. I was kind of working with Steve, but that's kind of the same time Alan Roger Curry was in here. Lucario, which I've had some back and forth with him before, and we don't really care for that much. But Miles Cunningham, though, his partner is pretty cool. Like I said, I really don't have any problem with the dating coach guys. Alpha Male Strategist came on later, Stephens Cole, guys like that, right? But now you kind of see that there is somewhat of a beef between dating coach guys and the travel guys, because the dating coach guys are saying like, your game is important no matter where you are. And some of the travel guys who are saying go to Brazil, go to, Thailand, and say, hey, listen, you don't really need a lot of game, because if you use this game in America, what are you going to get? You're not going to get very much. So I want to talk about this because Mr. Lucario has posted this particular clip that I'm going to be playing called Passport Bro Spends $20,000 on a prostitute he fell in love with. But before that, and I'm not going to deal with that today, but he did call out, he made a video talking about Austin Holloman. Now, Austin Holloman is a guy that's kind of, burgeoning and coming out there in the last week. So I think whenever you see it, because kind of the dating coach community can kind of get at the travel community, they will, right? Especially if a guy is kind of, blowing up a little bit. But I want to talk about this. This is an interesting segment where you see this guy calls into the show, and he's spending $20,000 on the chick in the DR, right? So I'll play that clip, and then I'll talk about it.
I'm taking care of a girl in another country.
Your way, stop. What?
Oh
Stop. Hold on.
God.
You're taking care of a woman in another country for what?
What's up, guys? My name is Orlando. I'm 27, and I currently live in Philadelphia.
All right, so what's your question?
Yeah, my question is, how do you get out of the mentality of worrying about how the woman will maintain herself when you're no longer providing?
How the woman will do what?
What?
Like, how do you get out the mentality? Because let's say you're maintaining a girl, right? You provide, the food, the living, and everything.
Provide? For what?
And then wait, and what happens after you provide? What happened? Go ahead.
No, like providing basic amenities. But what I'm saying is, like, what you guys saying earlier was true, like about the foreign country and the United States and everything. So the thing is, with my situation, I'm taking care of a girl in another country.
Your way. Stop.
What?
Oh my
Stop.
God.
Hold on.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
God.
You're taking care of a woman in another country for what?
Okay, so I fell into the whole trap. You know,
Stick say he fell into.
No, just say I'm red pilled.
it's more of
Just say I'm red pilled.
Wait. Where'd you meet this woman?
Dominican Republic.
Okay, so you was in the Dominican Republic, and when did this happen? How long ago?
Earlier this year.
Earlier this year. What month? When was this?
Oh god damn.
This was in January.
January. Okay, so now you've only known a woman for 6 months overseas, and you're taking care of her?
Yeah,
Why?
I just fell in love with her body, man.
No. Wait. Stop. I need to know this. Hold on. How much money? How much money is she getting from you monthly?
Or he getting?
Well, it's not really monthly because I was there with her. You know, so basically I was there with her earlier this month until July, which I came back, and I'm coming back this month to the country.
He in
Hey
love.
man, let me say this, dude. Y'all trying to run overseas, but they finessing y'all over there. You guys are. This is the second call from the DR today, and y'all talking about going overseas, and he's just finessing you over there. You are a bitch.
So guys, let me just say this real quick, okay? I kind of agree with the brothers are saying, the guys on the panel about this particular guy. Yeah, that guy is somewhat of a sucker, right? But now, this video that Mr. Lucario made, which is American Women Not the Problem, Your Game is Weak, Austin Holloman response. I think what you see with the dating coach guys, they're trying to make every situation the same. In other words, like the guy who went overseas and spent all that money, he must be indicative of all guys who do that. And the reality is, I don't think that is the truth, right? When we say American women are not the problem, your game is weak. I just kind of want to just discuss this because women tend to be like women everywhere. But now, here's the issue: how can you talk about people's experience? Now, shout out to guys like KZag20. He's become part of that kind of dating coach crew. I like the guy. He's been supporting me for a long time. But now, we're talking about guys saying they have better results someplace. Let me give an example. And Miles Cunningham, I like the guy a lot. You talked about on the show why like some black men date in other communities. Now, would you say if a black guy is having trouble dating black women, but if he goes and finds successful relationships with white women over like a 30 or 40 year period, do you say American black women are not the problem, your game is weak? Well, we can say that he's just not good for the black woman he's trying to approach, but he's having success someplace else. It doesn't have to be like, okay, American women are not the problem, you're the problem. Or American women are the problem and you're not the problem. How can it just be like, well, for the experiences that I have, they have not been favorable. Therefore, I'm trying something else, and then I feel that is working out for me. But what you see so much from the dating coach community is so much animosity towards the travel guys, and even back and forth. And they both have good points. It's to the point where, like, if you don't like have game, you don't have anything. And I think that the real world works somewhere in between the two. I don't think that the guys in the travel community don't have some sort of game or some sort of ability, because if they're going overseas and they are having, experiences that are good, because a woman can cheat on you in America, right? If you want to say, well, this girl's going to use you for your money overseas, they're going to want money in America. Okay. It is what it is. So women are going to expect men to do the standard things that men have always done historically. So that's just my only thing. I've noticed that kind of a rivalry going on in between the two. And I really don't think that needs to be there. But what do you guys think? You let me know what you see here, and I'm out.